Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dude here, and today we're back with another setup video. This time we're going to be doing the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1. Now this car maxed out with max horsepower and minimum weight is not the best, but it can definitely be usable on certain tracks. There's no particular track where I think it's going to be the best car at, but it's definitely stylish, sophisticated, and again, it has really solid top-end performance. Also, as a side note, the Aston with the BOP and a setup is actually extremely good as well. And the setup that I actually use for BOP is the exact same as what I use for maxed out. Obviously, for BOP, you have a little bit shorter of a transmission because you have less power and more weight. But overall, like the suspension and the kind of downforce, of course, and the drivetrain differential is all the same, BOP versus non-BOP. So this setup is very universal and it will kind of work for everything that you need the car to do. This car is extremely stable, so I'm not really gonna recommend too many setup adjustments, if any at all. So yeah, so before we get into the setup, of course, I want to also note that 79% of the people who watch my videos are currently not subscribed. So if you could subscribe and make that ratio just a little bit better, obviously I would greatly appreciate that. Also leaving a like and a comment on the video to leave me feedback so I can make the videos better in the future is also extremely beneficial to the channel and obviously to you guys. If you want to leave a car request in the comment section below, I'll definitely make sure I get to the car that you request. But without further ado, let's get into the setup. So the DBR9 here kind of has its medium speed transmission on it right now. This is the type of transmission that you want to use at something like Seaside, for instance, or Yamagiwa, that kind of distance. But obviously, I do have the downforce on minimum on the rear on this car because it understeers pretty badly. It does have quite horrible understeer. Yeah, again, move the final gear to the left if you need a longer transmission, and move the final gear to the right if you need a shorter transmission, or if you're running it on BOP, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, this is the setup. It's it's set up basically to stop the understeer. You can't fully stop the understeer, but I feel like this setup is definitely extremely good given the right circumstances. But yeah, as I mentioned before, this car isn't going to blow you away. It's definitely not going to be the best car at any given track, but you can definitely count on it to be solid on the tracks that have long straights. It accelerates pretty okay, and the top speed is actually on par with something like the Viper or the Ferrari 458. So in that respect, it's quite strong. And I think the thing that it has going for it the most is definitely its stability and ease of use. So yeah, the hot lap we're going to be doing today is actually going to be on Sardegna Road Track C, the shortest version of the Sardegna road tracks. But I feel like this is a track where the Aston DBR9 is actually quite good at. And yeah, let's get right into it. So here we are at Sardegna C. Obviously, this is not the most popular of tracks, but I find it to be extremely unique. It also doesn't really have the longest straightaway in the world where the Aston could really stretch out its legs, but it also doesn't have a lot of high-speed corners, which is where this car tends to struggle a little bit. But here we are into T1. We're going to brake right after the 100 sign. You can actually brake a little bit later there than you normally would on the other Sardegna variants, just because the hairpin that you come out of is a little bit slower than the other corners. But here we come to one of the most unique corners, obviously unique to Sardegna C, where you exit just barely on the curb there and a little bit on the grass even. Here you want to line this up on the S, so you get to the inside there, and then get to the inside there, and you can kind of straight line this sector. Turn in, then on the curb, but brake really hard. It's like literally full brake pressure. Get the car to the apex, and then of course exit nice and smooth on the throttle if you can. Use all available track, obviously, and obviously a pretty damn short lap here, but a 47.904, which, and I mean, anything in the 47s is quite fast, especially in this car. And again, it was extremely easy to get this lap. This car is super easy to drive. I think it's honestly a fantastic all-rounder, especially if you want something unique that you won't see every day in lobbies. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy the video and or the setup, then be sure to leave a like and a comment, and also subscribe to the channel. Being a small YouTuber, the algorithm is not always in my favor, so any support I can get on these videos, I do greatly appreciate it, more than you can imagine. So yeah, tell me what you guys think of this DBR9 setup. Again, I would recommend this the most in BOP rooms if you ever end up running in BOP rooms. But even maxed out, it can definitely hang with the best of them if you drive it properly. I really hope you guys have a fantastic night. I'm gonna go, but I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.